So this is my new interactive map program. Um, First step here is to select a map that you want to use from the drop-down menu. These are all black and white maps. You see there's the continents and there's a few nations available. I didn't put states in this program. You'll see why in a minute. Let's say I start with the United States of America map. So I click here and then I click Start. And the idea here is to make this interactive. And so the first thing I'm going to do is actually click a font. There's 5 different fonts you can use. If you like the Pac-Man font, you can use Arcade. I'm going to stick it with for Dana, but maybe I'll switch it up. And then you're going to write text. So let's say I want to write text about New York State. I'd say New York is the home of the Statue of Liberty. Then I click Add Hotspot. First of all, I'm not going to make it black. I'd make it, let's say I make it orange. Click Add Hotspot, and I get this little square. And so I'm going to drag this square up to New York, and I'm going to try to shape it as closely as I can to New York. And so when people roll over New York, the message will appear. So if they roll over right here, this message will appear. Let's say I'm going to do California. I would say California is home to the Golden Gate Bridge and the redwood trees. And this time I'll use a different color. Let's say I'll use pink, or this purplish pink. I click Add Hotspot, drag it over to where California is, and I can't make this perfectly in the shape of California, but close enough. Let's do one more. Let's say I make this hotspot green. Let's use the arcade text, and let's put Texas is a Lone Star State. I'm going to click Add Hotspot, stick it right there. Perfect. And I can add as many hotspots as I want. I could do one for all 50 states if I want to have a hard time maybe shaping all the hotspots, but it would work. So now watch what happens. I'm going to click Save Map, and the program's going to actually ask me to type in 2 passwords, and I'll explain in a second. So I click Save Map. This is so I can come back in. The first one is so I can come back and edit this map anytime as the teacher. Let's call this USA 123. And so I click OK. Now, this next password is so students can access the map and they can't, and so they won't be able to edit it. So I'll make it USA 1234, and I click OK. So that's now saved. So you can assign students to make their own maps the same way I just did, or if you want to make a map and you only want students to see it, you can do it that way too. You just have to give them the second password, USA 1234, for example, so all they would be able to do would access the map online. So now watch, I click Exit, and I'm going to click Reload a saved map. So let's say I want to come back later to edit this. I'd type in USA 123, and I click OK. And here I can just keep going again. Oh, now what if I just wanted my students to see the map and to be able to access the map I created? Back to Reload a saved map, type in USA 1234. I'm going to go over to OK, and watch what happens now. This is the map that students would see. I roll over New York, it says the home of the Statue of Liberty. Roll over Texas, I see Texas, the Lone Star State, and that cool arcade text. And go over to California. California is the home of the Golden Gate Bridge and the redwood trees. This is a really cool way to illustrate maps, to make maps meaningful, to make them interactive, to make them communicate. This is great if you let students do this. Students, in the same way, can create their own maps. They can go back and edit them, and they can share them with others in the same way I just showed you. So I hope this proves useful. I am forever trying to come up with useful map programs. So I hope you enjoy.